Hey guys, welcome to your love reading, Spiritual Infusion 1111. Let's go ahead and get right into your reading. By the way, I did drop a video from the live reading that I did a couple of days ago on Spiritual Infusion Unfiltered. It is about my story and what happened to the channel and all that stuff. So please feel free to check it out. All right, let's get into your reading. What messages do you have, or what's the energy with love? All right, first card out we have is Stranger Danger. Okay. There's somebody right now that is watching you very, very closely. Could be somebody that is online watching you. They could be watching you at work, but this is definitely an energy that is coming in here, and they're very curious about what you're doing and who you are. It feels like it is some type of competition. So if you're dealing with somebody, this could be somebody that they either deal with, or this could be somebody who is interested in them, and there's a heavy emphasis on this person really being in their head. They're really in their head right now. I don't know if it's the light or what, or this is just my energy today. I look like a ball of light. Okay. This is somebody who's definitely very fixated on you. Okay. There's a heavy fixation here. And whoever this person is, they're really trying to figure out what makes you different than them. I'm also getting that this is somebody who your person has already communicated to that either they don't want to deal with them, they don't like them, whatever it is. And this is somebody that is mentally freaking out or mentally causing some type of chaos here, because again, it's like they're very focused on you. Okay. And again, it could be something that you're doing online, something that you're doing with work. There's a strong vindication. So whoever you're dealing with has either given it up that, you're the person that they're choosing, or there's conversation or communication, even between friends. It feels like that somebody here is talking, and whoever this other individual is, they're very focused and they're very fixated on why. And it is coming in as a comparison energy, and they do feel like their hands are tied. They feel like they don't even have an opportunity to compete. And again, I also think that this is because something here was exposed. Okay? So there is some type of truth, or there is some type of understanding here that your person has expressed when it comes to you. I don't know why, but hook, fishing hook. It's coming in as almost like your person is done fishing. It's like, when you have all these fish in the sea and you're like, you see that fish? That is my fish. You don't touch my fish. That's what this person, it's like they're done fishing. They're done looking. They're done trying to fill your void or fill a hole that they feel like you already do for them. And this was exposed. And I also feel like with it coming in with possibilities, your person had to make some type of choice. And they feel like being with you is like a dream, but they also feel like they needed to take a period of time and energy and effort to understand exactly what this choice was. I'm also getting 2 though. 8-3 could be significant. 3-8. 2-12. 1-15 could also be significant. 11 could be significant. There's definitely this aha moment. And the fact that the very first card out was Stranger Danger, what that's showing is this may have nothing to do with, your person, your love life, but it has to do with somebody or an energy around them that has finally acknowledged or had something that was illuminated to them, right? And whoever this person is or whoever they were, they felt like there was still a chance or a possibility that things with them and this individual would move forward. Now they're having sorry guys, just heard my kid. Now they're having like this level of understanding though, where they're no longer an option or they're no longer a choice. And I feel like this is something that this individual is taking really hard. Because again, it's like your person has said something. Okay, I'm in love with the collective. This is my friend. Okay, Venus in Cancer, right? And with Venus and Cancer energy, it's a soulmate connection. It also reminds me of like Pisces energy. But again, there's communication coming in here about how your person feels about you. So they're making something known, or they're making something heard, or they're making something very understood right now. I also feel like they set some type of boundary with somebody recently where they told them, listen, I love you, but I love you as a friend. I don't feel like we're gonna be able to move forward romantically. And again, I think that this is something that your person has been putting off, like acknowledging with this individual, because it's like they knew that whenever they communicated this, it was going to cause a tower moment. You have Scorpio, Gemini energy, Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, okay, Jupiter in Gemini, and we also have Gemini sun here. So again, it feels like this is also something that they needed to articulate in end of May or June, but they waited. See, your person waited. They were waiting to communicate something to this person because, again, it's like they felt bad. There's a level of grief here, or there's this energy where they felt like doing the right thing was also the hard thing. And before they made that determination or that decision, they wanted to, they procrastinated it because they didn't want to be the bad guy. And they felt like maybe this person would get a clue, get a grip. That it wasn't that type of relationship, or it wasn't that type of energy, or they didn't have those same feelings that they had for them that the other one has. Because again, the Lovers and the Two of Cups are completely different energy, right? And the Two of Cups is very much like best friends. Like, I love you, you're my soulmate, you're everything. But the Lovers is an elevated energy because it's a choice. So your person felt like they had to make a choice between love or their friend, love or friendship. And they have love for somebody, but they're not in love with them. Does that make sense? So this is exactly why this is being communicated, right? And this is something that they've been waiting to do, but it's something that they finally have come forward and expressed. This is also something about social media. Now, if you don't have a social media, then ignore this aspect, but it's something regarding social media or something moving quickly. Because It feels like your person needed to let go of something, whether that's a friend, whether that's a family, like whatever it could be, something. There's something they had to let go of very quickly if they want to move forward with you. And that's something that they're doing because, again, you have 6, 8 here. 221 could be significant. 821, 816, 216, 22, 22, 222 could be significant. 32 or the 23rd. These are all numbers that are coming up, so they may be significant as well. This is definitely an energy where there's a lot of limbo. So if you've been in limbo with your person, you've been in limbo with your partner, this is why. There is this weird up and down where your person is trying to make a decision. You have the 2 of Cups, you have the 2 of Pentacles, and you have the 3 of Wands. The only card that's missing here is the 2 of Wands because, again, an action has not been taken. So your person is having to make a decision between, do I love somebody? Do I take something that just works? Or, you know what I mean? Do I take some time to understand or to process exactly what I want, right? Because, again, somebody here is definitely feeling blindsided and they didn't see this coming. So somebody here isn't seeing something coming. And again, it's your person walking away from somebody else. Again. Because now they feel neglected and they feel like they're the ones that got left. But here's the weird thing. It's weird because it's not coming in for everybody as romantic. Some of this is like platonic. So it's like you have somebody here who has consumed a portion of their time, and whoever you're dealing with, for those of you that are not dealing with somebody that is in a third-party relationship or doesn't have anybody else that I would say like they're being romantic with or had the perception of romance, it's like this is a friend that took a lot of their time and a lot of their energy, and for whatever the reasoning is, your person understands that they cannot have you and this person. So I don't know if they've already ruined or destroyed certain relationships that they've had in the past. However, it's like this individual feels like whoever they were, that they were blindsided and left with some type of responsibility. They feel like it's wrong. Okay. I also feel like, again, this is something your person has been avoiding for a period of time. And they're trying to act like it's not existing. Because, again, it just feels like there was some type of very challenging or very tough conversation that was had here. And in this conversation, you know, whoever this person is, they could have been saying certain things about you, but it came in as your person kind of like waking things up and being very protective of you. I don't know why, but it's coming in as like them protecting you or feeling like they were in protective mode. Because, again, whoever this individual is, they're trying to get information on you. They're looking you up, okay? If you do not have social media, they're looking you up on like Truth Finder. They're trying to find like certain family members. They could be on Facebook. It's an energy where somebody here is really in your business. To a point that it feels like your individual, they said enough is enough. And they had to be very open and honest because whatever was going on, it was getting out of hand, right? It's out of hand now, okay? I already told you to stop. You didn't stop. Now it's out of hand because, again, they're trying to find certain information on you. Why? Why do they want this information on the collective? Four of Swords. The Two of Pentacles. Just like I said earlier, right? The reason that they're gathering information on you is because they're trying to decipher, or they're trying to determine why you. They're trying to understand, right? They're in a place where they're trying to understand, what are you doing differently than them? What is it about you? Is it your hair? Is it the way you dress? Is it the way you talk? They're also, here's the weird thing, okay? They're also trying to understand what your daily routine is, right? That's that Two of Pentacles, okay? The Two of Pentacles is your daily routine. It's the mundane. It's what we don't want to do, right? So they're really trying to understand your day-to-day. They can even try to understand how you make money, what your job is. This is somebody who feels like the more that they know, then they can balance out some type of information. Again, because they feel like, for some reason, whoever this other energy is, and for some of you, it is somebody that they were romantic with, or that wanted to be romantic with them. For others of you, it's a friend. And they're trying to gather as much information to validate themselves. It's like, oh, you're not listening, or you're not finding the right information. It's like this person is trying to expose your day-to-day. That's what it's coming in as. They're trying to expose what you do. Justice. Okay, well, you've only seen the good side of the collective. Here's the other side that you don't know, right? And that's why I say it's so important for you to, and again, this is something that I'm acknowledging as important, but it's really, really important for you guys to be able to telepathically communicate, right? Because whoever this individual is, they're trying to bring the darkness, or the darker side of you to them. Like you don't know who they are. And this is even something where I feel like it's borderline like stalking. Like you could, whatever information they're gathering, like you could sue them for it, because they're obtaining it in an unlawful way. For some of you, they've hired a private investigator, or this is somebody that could even be in the police or something like that, where they're trying to obtain information, but certain information that they're obtaining, it's not of the most up and up. Communication. And it's coming in as like a couple of people that are doing it. I don't know why this is significant, but it is. I also feel like whoever this person is, when it comes to you, this third party, right? Platonic or non-platonic, they're trying to use this as a way to relate, or as a way to come back to this person. And they're having, sorry, my hair's still wet. They're having like this emotional outbreak, okay? There's an emotional outbreak because this individual is really upset with the fact that your person, you and your person, it's like, no, okay? This is what I'm doing, right? I'm having a new start, and you're innocent. It's something about you being innocent, okay? That's upsetting this person. Beforehand, there could have been a level of betrayal, okay? Where somebody put your person in their head with lies, with confusion, with illusion, okay? and made your person almost like a bit paranoid. Hold on. Because it's a paranoia. It's funny because I'm sitting here and I'm like, yo, this light is really bright. So I turn it down, right? And I'm sitting there and I'm going, it's funny though, because when you have such a big spotlight, and this isn't big, but I'm just saying in general, on something, it's almost like it distorts the image. It distorts the true colors. It distorts things. There's something here about this individual distorting the truth, where it's almost like there's a little bit of truth, but not the truth that you think. Why is this significant? Because whoever this person is, like, I don't know what you've gone through, but they're trash. And I know that this is a love reading, but this has to tie in somewhere to whatever you're going through, because you could have felt like somebody threw you away, or you could have felt like nothing I do is good enough. Because it's coming in as there being like a lot of depression surrounding you, or whether that's from this person or even you, it's coming in as like a lot of depression. And aside from that, okay. What does this have to do with you and your person? One, your person was really depressed because they feel like they allowed other people to infiltrate your connection and skew their perspective when it does come to you. They knew the truth. But again, it's almost like they had this elusive illusion that was being played or projected or whatever it may be. So what this has to do, why this is so significant, is because it's done. Done. Okay? They're done. This is something that is no longer existing. Okay? This is somebody who blocking finances is in reverse. They're no longer in a place where they're unable to see the bigger picture. Because again, it's like this person knew, okay, that whoever this energy was, it was like they were bored or they just had too much time on their hands, right? And I feel like your person was blocking their own blessings by not letting go of what needed to be let go of. Because again, they were lacking to see the bigger picture. They were being very stingy, they feel like. 7-7 could be significant with being over the influence. So there's somebody here that wants to give to you, wanted to give to you the whole time. The problem is that they were stingy with their love. They were stingy with their attention. They were stingy because they were under the influence, all right, of all these other people. And they weren't thinking for themselves. That's why the card is 42. It could be life path 6, right? But when you look at the 4 and the 2, you have 4 and you have 2. 2 is half of 4. So there was a partnership or some type of friendship or some type of relationship in general that was controlling their love life. And here they are, right, under the influence where they're not thinking for themselves. They're not acknowledging the truth. They're not listening, right? And they feel like it's caused nothing but destruction. It's like they feel like there's all of these external conflicts that are arising around them, okay? All of these conflicts are arising around them, and it's because they're having this internal struggle between their head and their heart. or their finances and their friends versus their heart and their soul. So their heart and their mind. It's something here where they're sitting here saying, you know what? I've literally had all of these problems that have arisen because I'm not listening to myself. I'm listening to everybody else when I know it's a lie. I know that you're over here living rent-free, okay, in somebody's head. So while they're pretending like they don't have these feelings, or they're pretending like it's not a big deal, it is. Whoever this individual is cannot get you off of their mind. Let's see if it saves. So again, this internal struggle with how do I progress forward with the collective is creating these external challenges. And the whole time, again, it's coming in as a 17. You could be born on the 17th. You could also be a life path 8, or 1-7 or 7-1. They can't get you out of their mind. And they're sitting there disappointed. They're sitting there saying, the person that I love, the person that I want to be with, okay, I'm not with them. And I'm sitting here and I'm unfulfilled and I'm unsatisfied with the choices that I've made, because instead of standing up and doing the right thing and communicating to you, I love you, I want to be with you, I don't care what anybody else says. No. This person almost just tried to disassociate until they were able to find the evidence, okay, that you were somebody that was stable. They needed to find the evidence that you were somebody stable, okay? So you're probably sitting there saying, well, what the heck does that mean? What it means is people were pulling up information on you. Some of you may be sitting there saying, oh, well, they don't talk about me to their friends. There's somebody that they're communicating to you with about you too, okay? That's the truth. There is. Now, this person that they were talking to or talking about, they've created this narrative pertaining to you. So before they decided to move forward with you, they wanted to ensure that everything that they knew about you, everything that they thought about you, your truth was the truth. But it's almost like they needed the evidence first to make sure that you were firmly stable and fixed. For some of you, you could deal with somebody that lives they may not do things that are very Christian of them. That wasn't very Christian of me, as some people say. Because it's also too, like, they wanted to know if you were going to fight for them, or they were very worried about somebody coming to you in an aggressive manner. It's like they're very worried about this. And again, I think it's because a lot of you are like this underdog, right? It's like you may not look like a pit bull. Some of you may, but I hope you don't. But some of you, you may not look like a pit bull. You could look like a little Frenchie, but like you could be mean as hell. It's like something about you was overlooked. Something about you in particular. It's like they underestimated. So, and it's about your strength. It's something about your strength. So either this could be like a crazy like mother or father of a child, okay, where they're just, nuts, and before they brought you into the circus, they needed to make sure that you could handle it. Oh my gosh, I just heard that song. I don't think you're ready for this jelly. What? I don't think you're ready for this. Bootylicious by Destiny's Child. Again, it's like they didn't like. I, I don't know what it is for some reason, but the fact that you have fixed or stable underdog, it's like for some of you, like there may be somebody like here that likes to fight, or there may be somebody here where they feel like you being with them, it's going to be more of a challenge. And before they completely give, it's like they want to make sure you're in it for the long haul. Because again, this is somebody that has literally admired you from afar. And it's an 11, right? So this is somebody who's admired you from afar, but also feels like they have a very distinct spiritual connection with you. They feel very tapped in, to the point that it's like from the first time that they saw you, they've been thinking about you. You've been on their mind constantly, to a point that it does bother them. It's like, I do feel like this is an individual that has tried to disassociate from you in some sense, because being with you means that they have to take other precautions or they have to do other things. And they may not be ready for that, or they're telling themselves they're not ready for that. So it's easier to listen to the baloney, right? It's easier to listen to the baloney, like Bianca Del Rio says, than it is to acknowledge that maybe change is needed and necessary, because that's what it's coming in as. It's coming in as like change is necessary. Because again, this is somebody that wants to work with you. They don't want to work against you. But again, the way that their energy is being portrayed, it's like God is working against them. Because again, you have somebody here spreading lies. You have somebody here slandering you. You have somebody here that is bad-mouthing you. This could even be on your end, like an ex, a friend, right? Like we all have somebody who maybe we didn't have the best whatever with, but somebody here has a lot to say about you. So this person definitely felt better admiring you from afar than coming close up in person. Because again, it's almost like there is this significant, let's see, amount of infatuation when it comes to them with you. So there's a lot of infatuation. And it's infatuation over your third eye though also, or over your eyes in general. And peaked already. They could play football. They could be into sports. You could be into sports. I also think too, it's almost like they feel like they're not in their prime for whatever the reasoning is. Whoever your person is, there's a heavy infatuation with the two of you, with you and them, but they're worried that they're not in their prime, which is weird. So I don't know if you're dealing with somebody that's older or you're older, they're younger. It's something about them feeling like they're not in their prime. And it could be because this person has a lot of obligations. They have a lot of responsibilities and they have a lot of burdens right now. where, you know, they feel like when it comes to you, there's a lot of competition. That's why this person, I feel like there is a bit of intimidation for whatever the reasoning is. I don't know why they're intimidated of you. I have no idea, but I think it's different for everybody. But there's this intimidation. So it's almost like this person is taking actions in a stealth-like way or in a stealth-like manner, but you don't know what the actions are. And I also feel like whoever this person is, the other person, they were doing things behind the scenes that your person didn't know. Because again, whatever was done, it was like people were laughing at you. And now they want to be around you, right? It's something here about you being a game changer. It's something here where you were definitely the black sheep for whatever the reasoning is. But it's better to be a black sheep than it is to be a sheep. At least you're different. Because a black sheep turns into the goat. So then you have this, this weirdo over here that's off to the side, and they're very, very focused on why you're not giving attention to certain things. While they're over here completely burnt out. Because again, you're somebody who cannot be controlled by a narrative, or they're unable to control the narrative of your connection or your relationship. Okay, let's get into the extended, because I feel like the extended is going to be amazing. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so let's get into your questions right now. Let's see. What is this person truly feeling for you that they've not admitted to anybody else? Wow. Okay. The King of Wands. So what they've not admitted to you, or what their true feelings for you that they've not admitted to anybody else, is the King of Wands. This is somebody who is very focused on you. This is somebody who is very possessive of you as well. What's kept this person admiring them from a distance? Instead of taking action, what's kept this person from admiring from a distance? Four of Pentacles. Control. The past. Scarcity, right? Again, it could be what they do for their job also, but we're going to keep going, okay? Who is this person watching or stalking or keeping tabs on the connection? And what is their true intentions? The stalker. Okay. So, Page of Pentacles. So again, this is somebody that to me is, I don't know why. I just get that their energy is very immature. And it's an immature person who needs to go get a hobby. Because I feel like sometimes when people are bored, it's like they focus or fixate on the wrong things. So it's coming in as a very immature person. And, their intentions are to get as much information on you as possible. It's to be very nosy, but it's also to find out like some other information. Okay. All right, let's keep going. How has this outside affected the person and their decision? How has this person affected their decision and timing? The High Priestess. I mean, it's definitely made them anxious. It's made them nervous. This also could be somebody who is a spiritual person to them, but it's making them very anxious. It's making them very nervous because the thing is, when it comes to timing, the timing is hidden. It's not, it's almost like it makes this person not want to move forward in the 3D. It makes them pull back. By the way, all of this is going to be available on Vimeo. The link for that will be in the comment section below. But I have 4 more cards to pull, but we're going to clarify each one of these. We're going to dive deep into the message and find the micro details, okay, for the macro perspective. And all that will also be available over there. Click on it, and it should take you right on down to Funky Town where you guys can grab it. But we clarify everything and pull oracle messages and get really deep into whatever is going on. Okay. What has the collective's admirer or their person of interest? Okay. What conversations, plans, or actions are they hiding from the collective? What plans and actions are they hiding? Ooh, the Emperor. Okay. And this is their energy on how they're preparing to move forward. So the thing about the Emperor is this, right? The Emperor doesn't ever move unless they've already done their due diligence. They've done their 4 of Pentacles. They've done their research, right? Because when you're dealing with an Emperor or an Empress, they're not easy to get. Not everybody gets an Empress. Everybody can get a King of Pentacles, a King of Cups, but an Emperor is something completely different. So whoever this person is, they're planning to take some type of action, but I also think that there's a bit of restriction and control. Okay. What does this person secretly hope will happen between the 2 of them after this action is taken? Oh, that you guys are going to open up and communicate. The Ace of Cups. A new beginning. Beautiful. It's something about a new beginning. It's something about having a very hopeful energy. Maybe that's coffee. Maybe that's this person's, it's like they want your feelings to grow for them or to them. Okay? What obstacles or fears, aside from this outside influence, needs to be removed from the relationship? What obstacles or fears need to be removed? The 10 of Wands, the burdens. That's what we saw, though, in the reading, right? Like, we saw that this person had a lot of responsibilities. They had a lot of burdens. And that's why they're sitting here like, why did I not meet you before I had all these issues? Like, why couldn't I have met you a couple of years ago? Why did I not take action then? Or whatever it may be. There's something here about working hard, making an effort, and letting something go. Okay. And what is the most likely outcome if this person stops and finally pursues the collective? Wow. You guys are going to move forward with this Wheel of Fortune. Okay. So let me just do this. With that being said, this is your reading, okay? I feel like the extended is going to be lit. I feel like the extended is going to be amazing. So if this story resonates with you in any type of capacity, please feel free to check out the link in the comment section below. It will take you straight on down to Funky Town, Vimeo, where you guys can watch the extended reading, okay? The extended reading is like a deep dive into your person's psyche where you're seeing things from their perspective. Not an overall perspective of love, of romance, of God, but exactly what's going on from their eyes view. So the extendeds are amazing if this reading does resonate. All right. With that being said, I love you guys. So thank you for all of your love and support. It means the world to me. And until next time, I'll talk to you later. Make sure you like, subscribe, and follow. Thanks.